Yeah, but your
animators
were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Rapsittie Street Kids Believe in Santa. One of the worst Christmas movies ever made, and also one of the most mysterious. It looks like absolute trash. But for some reason, it had an amazing cast of talent. Mark Hamill, Nancy Cartwright, Jodie Benson, Paige O'Hara. It doesn't make any sense. How could a cast like this be in a movie like this?
Christmas.
Well, unsurprisingly, the movie was a failure and disappeared for over a decade, but it eventually resurfaced on YouTube. Along with it was another movie, a movie that was, in a way, the spiritual successor of Rapsittie Street Kids, and it was called Wolf Tracer's Dinosaur Island. Now, as I said, Rapsittie had a high-profile cast, and according to sources, cost over $500,000 to make, though the movie does not reflect that.
I have to dress extra cute. Then Mommy schedules me for my own hair lady. Smithy!
Hey, Nicole, duck! I mean, dinosaur!
There have also been reports that the fella who is the ringleader of this circus, Colin Slater, is a scam artist and uses Wolf Tracer Studio as a way to make easy money. But hey, how can I doubt the talent of this company? Just look at their magnificent demo reel.
Stop! Stop it!
Lots of people have talked about Rapsittie Street Kids, but not so much about Dinosaur Island. So let's break it down with my 5 points. Story. It's confusing. Like, I had trouble understanding what was going on. From what I could gather, there are 3 adventurers out fishing, but then their boat capsizes. And then they end up on an island full of dinosaurs. There's also a bunch of boats from different eras of human history washed up on the shore. And they also suspect that this might be the lost city of Atlantis. But none of that matters because there's an evil captain pirate with a horn that controls the dinosaurs and also allows him to travel through time portals. It makes sense, right?
Wrong!
Voice acting. Just like Rapsittie, this is the best part of the movie, though the cast in Dinosaur Island weren't nearly as famous. I mean, you got Mark Hamill coming back, but everybody else was a B or C-list actor. Now, that doesn't mean that they were terrible, but I'm assuming that they didn't have much to work with, so maybe this is the voice director's fault. Some of the inflections on their lines were just, yuck.
I'm researching a new text.
What about?
Dialogue. Like I said, the story is confusing, and the voice acting was poorly directed, so that only means that the dialogue is going to suffer too. But I noticed something. There are moments where one character says something stupid, only for another character to repeat what they said and comment on how it doesn't make any sense. It's like someone took a red pen to the script, said that this specific line sounds dumb, and then the writer decided to take the criticism and actually put it in the movie.
But, why didn't you...
Editing. Oh, it's bad. Constant clipping of the mics. Audio drowning out each other. Awkward sequences that go on for far too long. It is a mess, and the movie absolutely suffers from it. And finally, animation. This is, without a doubt, the greatest fault of the movie. It looks terrible. The designs, the backgrounds, the textures, the facial expressions, the lip syncing, the cinematography, the movement of the characters. It's all trash. And there is not a single redeeming thing about it. Like, you feel physical pain from watching this movie. So let's check it out. So the movie begins with this crappy intro of the company's name and a logo that looked like a 12-year-old designed it. We then zoom in on this map of what looks to be like a fake version of Australia, as this lizard with what appears to be broken arms and legs wiggles across the screen.
Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms.
Then this disembodied voice of some girl begins to speak about her dreams and wanting to be an explorer.
Have you ever had a dream?
Have you ever had a dream?
Ugh, my god. So many JPEGs. So these three characters are fishing on a boat with a sea captain. You can tell by his eye patch and also his accent.
Fill your chest with the ocean's air. Was not this a magnificent day for sailing?
Hello, and welcome to Learn to Speak Like a Pirate, a tutorial CD.
Okay, so look at this. Their eyeballs are literally sticking out of their head. But oh no, a storm is brewing. Even though the captain just said about like 10 seconds ago that the ocean respects him because he respects it.
I know these waters too well. I give them the respect they're due, and in return, they know not to trifle with the likes of Captain Bud and his loyal crew.
We're going to capsize!
So like every other storm, a time portal opens up and they get sucked through. The captain gets lost during the craziness, so Troy and Mark Hamill are on their own. They find themselves washed up on some mysterious island and see that their boat has been destroyed.
Look, out to sea. Nothing. No ships, no land. Just us.
Yeah, it's like you're in the ocean or something. Oh, and by the way, their friend Jack survived.
Is he? Hungry.
Also, from this angle, it looks like he's wearing a thong. So the group gathers their stuff and begin to explore the island.
What the? That's impossible.
You mean improbable?
Guys, I'm sorry, but you know I have to.
That's impossible.
You mean improbable.
While they're looking, they find a bunch of stranded boats on the shore. And along with that, we get to hear about Troy's magnificent logic.
How could this happen?
Good questions, Blake. All with one thing in common. They all have answers.
Well, duh.
So the group heads back to camp and stumble across their first dinosaur, which they're surprisingly chill about. Like, they were more shocked about the boats on the shore than the actual dinosaur in front of them.
Oh my.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Jack!
Give that back!
Jack?
Hello? He's hitting our house.
So the group explores the island and stumble across some more dinosaurs who are about to fight each other. But Troy isn't gonna have any of that.
Come on, Smiley. Over here. Hungry? Eat this. Drat.
Actually, Troy is apparently superhuman and starts to beat the ever-loving hell out of these velociraptors. So this part's kind of weird because I noticed something. This sound clip is super familiar to me. Here, I'll play it for you. Here, I'll play it again. You want to know what it's from? It is so random that they included this into their film, and it's also pretty lazy. They use this sound clip all the time. So the group gets saved by Mama Dinosaur, and they all become friends. But the action continues with this janky chase scene. I mean, just look at how this guy runs. It looks like Quap.
Jack, run!
But a pterodactyl swoops in and carries Jack off. Jack's off. I wish a character would have said that. Oh no, Jack's off. So Jack's off in the sky. I can't say it with a straight face. So Jack's off in the sky, and Troy decides to pull out a flare gun and shoots the thing.
Blessed be the Lord, my strength, which teaches my hands to war, and my fingers to fight.
It saves Jack, but it doesn't save us from a stupid nutsack joke.
Help! Ow! Ooh! Ow!
Which is then immediately followed up with a wedgie joke. And there's another one. Another sound clip that was stolen from the Two Towers. This one's the Fell Beast. We then follow Mark Hamill as he makes his way through a Minecraft tunnel. He then reunites with the rest of the group and shows them his discovery, a pirate ship.
What do you think?
I think it's amazing.
I think I'm hungry.
We then get some reading from a mysterious book that kind of explains the plot of the movie. I couldn't really tell. It's so confusing.
Wait a second. We've gone to another time.
Or another time has come to us.
I don't think it's either. I think this whole island exists outside of time.
All that still leaves one nagging question. Huh?
Again, the camera angles in this movie are so ridiculous. It's either a puppet show or a bizarre chase sequence with horrendous movement.
We should be ready to defend ourselves.
What was that sound? It was like she was out of breath.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario!
The group continues on to try and find a way off the island and discover some ancient tablet that furthers the confusing plot. Also, as far as I can see, the tablet is just a bunch of pictures of birds. So, not sure how that translates over.
There's just so much to learn. We need a day or so to decipher it.
It's just that bird law in this country, it's not governed by reason.
There's no such thing as bird law.
Yes, there is!
So throughout their journey, someone has been following them, and they finally find the guy. Turns out that he's a pilgrim, pirate thing. Also, they never really question where he comes from. Oh, you're on the island too.
What are you following us for?
Don't have a lot of choices. Not many people to follow.
But there's no time to worry about that. The T-Rex is back, and so are some other mean dinosaurs.
Hurry!
But the T-Rex is down there.
That's what I'm counting on.
You gotta love that fade out. That's what I'm planning.
Hello. We're friendly. Are you friendly?
Everything here is hostile, until proven friendly.
Then let's proceed with caution.
Why? He's got a stick. We've got a dinosaur.
No, that's close enough. Stop.
Holy moly!
Wait a second, was that a cattle prod? We then learn that these two are professional explorers and are both trying to find the city of Atlantis, I think? I don't know. But the guy was using the girl's research as part of his, and that made her angry for some reason.
Atlantis? For years I followed your lead.
What? You've been leeching off my discoveries?
No, it's not like that. My research. You're the one who inspired
worm!
me.
If I ever get off this island, I will have your...
Have his what? Finish that sentence. I want to know what you're going to say. Oh my god, these run cycles are going to kill me. Seriously, look at this little creeper movement. He's like scampering over. And by the way, I'm just hearing more and more stolen audio from other movies. I've already mentioned the Two Towers, but I've also heard the roar of the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and I've also heard the iguanodons from the Disney movie Dinosaur.
What was that?
The knife.
What was that?
The knife. Clive gave me the pocket knife. Ah, these ropes are tough. Cutting as fast as I can.
That's right. Save yourself, you weasel.
I'm cutting your ropes.
What? Blake, no.
Yeah, what's with this bipolar behavior? You just got angry at him for not cutting your ropes, but now you don't want him to cut your ropes? God, I hate this character.
Captain Bud!
Oh no, it was the sea captain. I never would have guessed.
The name is Blood. Captain Blood.
Ooh, Captain Blood. So edgy. Really matches up with the logo of your company. Oh, we are paying homage to the Matrix, aren't we?
Many confidences are contained within. Wealth from across the centuries, all belonging to me.
So Troy runs off and brings back help, and the predators run away. Cheese it! It's the cops!
A good captain keeps a lifeboat. Pouring itself!
What just happened?
So I guess the captain escapes, and that's it.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're not really a rotten, despicable human being after all.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
You know what? What the hell is your problem? He saved you. Why you gotta be a jerk about it?
I can be a nice guy once you get to know me.
Something new to explore.
I got something you can explore. My heart. And my penis. But actually, these guys are kind of creepy.
Just be patient and reel her in.
Thank you, Jack. But I've done a fair amount of angling myself. Now that should do it. Not the best boat ever, but at least she'll float.
Yeah, we got our boat and 3 baskets of JPEG fruit. And what story would be complete without a shoehorned romance?
An adventure like this doesn't come along every day. Or an adventurer like you. What do you say we set sail?
Aye, aye, Captain. No, my darling, you can't go. We've got our home, you've got yours. But we'll be back. We've got a sunken city to find.
You know, it's kind of weird. These two are so concerned about finding the sunken city, but they just discovered a time portal that leads to an island full of dinosaurs. You would think that this would be a bit more important. So they say their goodbyes and, oh my God, the captain's back.
You be going somewhere.
And the movie's over? What? So just like Rapsittie Kids, Colin Slater also thought that this movie would be getting a sequel too. But spoiler alert, that did not happen. Like, I don't know what this guy's problem is and how he jumps the gun with announcing sequels.
Dead.
And to finish things off, we get a song to close us out. A song saying that they made it when, obviously, they didn't. And this caught me off guard. You want to know what the best part about this movie is? While watching the credits, they actually have somebody listed as the Chief Science Officer.
Oh, sweet victory.
What does that mean? We don't want any inaccuracies about dinosaurs and what they look like. You know, we don't want some asshole from the Jurassic period hanging out with this jerk from the Cretaceous. That's just not realistic. But what I do know is that they actually hired a Chief Science Officer. What the hell?
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses to accomplish something as fast as you could, and before you even knew what you had, you patented it and packaged it and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You want to sell it.
Hey guys, I just wanted to quickly thank my top tier sponsors on Patreon. Toongren, Chad Butler, Tyrion, Kerberry, Lex, Chumbawamba, Malcavio, Moondoggy, Illegally Sane, and Julius. Thank you all so much for your support. So in conclusion, this is a terrible movie from a terrible director. The guy obviously talked a big game, and apparently still does. But these movies are a testament to how some people treat animation as some kind of cash grab. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with creating art and being bad at it. You gotta learn, you gotta try, and you gotta improve. But this and Rapsittie Kids are just utterly shameless.
You worm!
Again, this movie strikes out in nearly every category of mine. The story was trash, the editing was trash, the dialogue was trash, the animation, oh my god, absolute trash. The only saving grace was the voice acting, but that's not saying much. The character Troy had an accent, and it was incredibly obvious that she was acting.
Then who lit those torches?
As far as terrible movies go, I would say that it's worse than Leo the Lion and Cargo, but much better than Joshua and Trollland.
No! No!
Overall, this movie is garbage, and it was the last breath of a crummy studio. But what if it did get a sequel? Never mind. Hey guys, I just want to give a shout out to the channel called Toongren for this video. They recommended this topic as a Patreon reward, and I really hate them for it. You should go check out their latest video, as they talk about why animation is not just for kids. They're good editors, they have good things to say, and I really recommend them. So go check them out.